If you're looking for an out-of-the-box ghost movie, I highly recommend Presence. I was invited by Neon to a special screening of this movie last night, which was held at a supposedly haunted house known as the Carondelet House. Here is my review. Directed by Steven Soderbergh and written by David Koepp, Presence is set in one location and has a small cast that includes Lucy Liu, Chris Sullivan, Kalina Liang, Eddie Madej, West Mulholland, as well as Julia Fox. And it's about a family that becomes convinced that their new home in the suburbs has a ghostly presence inside, only with a neat little twist. Instead of the movie being from the perspective of the family, it's from the perspective of the ghost. I love this concept. I think it's really cool and interesting. And while it does have a few similarities to other ghost movies, Presence still sets itself apart from other films in the genre and stands on its own. Mainly in the way that it was shot, which is from the first-person point of view of the ghost, leading to some captivating wonders. This movie is not what I expected it to be in the slightest. I wouldn't go into this anticipating a horror movie with your typical frights and scares. I'd say this is more of a poignant family drama that just so happens to have a ghost in it, and that ghost serves as a vessel to tell the story. There are definitely still some chilling and eerie moments, but most of all, I'd say this movie is contemplative, especially in how it views ghosts as well as how it views living people. And although from a pacing standpoint this can be considered a slow burn, it never failed to hold my attention in its less than 90-minute runtime. I was locked in from start to finish as I tried to connect the dots the movie presented me with. It also helps that Kalina Liang and Chris Sullivan both give good performances that are easy to connect to, especially Sullivan, who genuinely impressed me with his turn as the conflicted but loving father. Overall, Presence is distinct in its approach to its narrative and visuals. I believe this is another win for Steven Soderbergh, whose direction here is concise and gripping while always maintaining this lingering sense of voyeurism. He nails that feeling of silently watching others in such an uncanny yet surprisingly meaningful way. I give Presence a 4 out of 5, and it's in theaters Friday, January 24th.